Hello students, Geography, Chapter 4, Climate. In this video, we will take a new topic, that is the retreating of post-monsoons, that is the transition season. In previous video, we talked about the advancing monsoon, the rainy season, when it starts in a June month. In this video, talk about the retreating of post monsoons, the transition season, that is a season after June, July, August, September. Those period is called the pre-monsoon seasons, when there is a full rainy season in India, and after that there is a post-monsoon season during October and November month. With the apparent movement of the sun towards the south, the monsoon trough or the low pressure trough over the northern plains become weaker. Due to the movement of the sun and movement of the direction of the sun and the earth, the low pressure area shifts from the Tropic of Cancer towards the southern part, and that's why there is a low pressure area also moves from up north direction towards the down, means south direction. This is gradually replaced by a high pressure system. The southwest monsoon winds weaken and start withdrawing gradually, and because of that the wind also moves, monsoon winds also moves and retreat back or weaken from the northern part of India. By the beginning of the October, the monsoon withdraws from the northern plain, and by the beginning of October month, it withdraws from the northern plains. The month of November and November forms a period of transition from hot rainy season to dry winter conditions, and the season varies or changes from the hot rainy period to dry winter season. The retreat of the monsoon is marked by a clear sky and rise in temperature. The temperature also rises and there is a clear sky in the northern part of our country. While day temperatures are high, nights are cool and pleasant. The land is still moist. Owing to the conditions of the high temperature and humidity, the weather becomes rather oppressive during the day. This is commonly known as October heat, and this month, due to the humidity or condition of the high temperature, this month is called commonly known as October heat. In the second half of the October, the mercury begins to fall rapidly in the northern India, and the later part of the October or early weeks of the November, the temperature falls down in the northern part of India. The low pressure conditions over the northwestern India gets transferred to the Bay of Bengal by the early November. This shift is associated with the occurrence of the cyclonic depressions, which originates over the Andaman Sea. Low pressure area shifts towards the Bay of Bengal. These cyclones generally crosses the eastern coast of India, cause heavy and widespread rain, and due to this low pressure area develops near the coastal regions, so there is a heavy cyclone in the eastern coast of India. These tropical cyclones are often very destructive. The thickly populated deltas of Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri are frequently struck by cyclones, and due to this low pressure area, the South India or the coastal regions having heavy cyclones in this region, which cause great damage of life and property. Sometimes these cyclones arrive at the coast of Odisha, West Bengal and Bangladesh. the bulk of the rainfall of the Coromandel coast is derived from the depression and cyclones, and this cyclone usually comes due to the low pressure area or depression develops in this region. The distribution of rainfall. The distribution of rainfall in Indian subcontinent and India. Parts of the western coast and the northeastern India receives over about 400 centimeter of rainfall annually. However, it is less than 60 centimeter in the western Rajasthan, it lower 60 centimeter in the Rajasthan and adjoining parts of the Gujarat, Haryana and Punjab. This means this part Gujarat, Rajasthan and the Haryana and Punjab receive 60 centimeters rainfall annually. Rainfall is equally low in the interiors of the Deccan Plateau and the east of the Sahyadris. Why do these regions receive so low rainfall? This is the question. Because these are the regions where there is no great influence of monsoon. The third area of the low precipitation is around the Leh in Jammu and Kashmir. The rest of the country receives a moderate rainfall. Snowfall is restricted to the Himalaya regions only. Owing to the nature of the monsoons, the annual rainfall is highly variable from year to year. Variability is high in the regions of low rainfall, such as the parts of the Rajasthan, Gujarat, and the leeward side of the Western Ghats. As such, while areas of the high rainfall are liable to be affected by the floods, areas of the low rainfall are drought prone. There is the area where there is a drought prone area where the low rainfall is seen. Monsoon and as a unifying bond. You have already known the way the Himalayas protects the subcontinent from the extreme cold winds from the Central Asia. The Himalaya is like a boundary, and due to this Himalaya boundary, there is no cold wind in the central part of Asia and our interior part of India. This enables northern India to have uniformly higher temperatures compared to the other areas on the same latitude. Similarly, the peninsular plateau under the influence of the sea from the three sides, and due to the coastal regions covers three sides of India, also maintains the moderate temperature in the southern part of our country, has moderate temperatures. Despite such moderating influences, there are the great variations in the temperature conditions. Nevertheless, the unifying influence of the monsoon on the Indian subcontinent is quite perceptible. The seasonal alteration of the wind systems and the associated wind weather conditions provide a rhythmic cycle of seasons, and due to this seasonal alterations, movement of the wind and trade winds, there is a cyclic rhythmic conditions in the different seasons of India. Even the uncertainty of the rain and uneven distribution are very much typical of the monsoons, and these are the characteristics of the monsoon season. The Indian landscape, its animals and plant life, its entire agriculture calendar and the life of the people, including their festivities, revolve around this phenomena. Our whole activity as human activities, animal activities, plant, also the part of this seasonal variation in the monsoon and the movement of this rainfall around Indian subcontinent. Year after year, people of India from north to south and from east to west eagerly await the arrival of the monsoon. These monsoon winds bind the whole country by providing water to set the agricultural activities in motion. And due to this monsoon winds, our agriculture, the basic activity of Indian subcontinent, also greatly affects due to this variation in the monsoon. The river valleys which carry this water also unite us unite as a single river valley unit. Whole country depends on this monsoon phenomena from north to south and east to west. This is the end of this lesson. In the next video, we will solve the exercises of this chapter. There are multiple choice questions. Answers of these questions we will discuss in our next video and understand the movement of the winds. You can see the seasonal rainfall in the June to September month in this graph. Read this map to understand this movement of the seasonal rainfall and rainfall as in India around the season. Thank you.